Is your presser foot spring adjustment knob broke off like mine is? Yeah, let's get this fixed. Okay, so in shipping, my adjustment knob that goes up here broke off. This is the adjustment knob that you control how much pressure is going down onto your fabric on your presser foot. Luckily, it's set pretty good, so it hasn't really bothered me. But I mentioned it before that I was going to make a video or that it was broken, and one of my subscribers wrote to me this morning and said, hey, if you get this done, make a video, give me a link, because mine's broken too. So these are my replacements. They're gray. They're not orange like the Vevors. But I got these on Amazon, and for some reason they come in a 5-pack. Maybe this is a common occurrence, but I will leave a description in the I will leave a link in the description for where I got these on Amazon. I got all 5 of these for well less than $10. And it's just, a piece of plastic. And what it is you would turn this knob at the top right there. You would turn that till you get your pressure, and then you just roll this one down against this to keep it snugged in. So first thing that we have to do, we have to take this cover off. Now I'm not a sewing machine repairman. I don't pretend to be. If you're not comfortable with doing this, then by all means, take it to a repair shop. Those guys are very good at what they do, and they're very knowledgeable. And what seems like a major ordeal to us is everyday routine for them. So again, if you're not comfortable doing this, take it to a shop. When you pull your cover off, don't just yank it off, because it does have this gasket on here. Make sure this gasket is still in good shape, because you got a bunch of oil flying around in here, and you don't want this gasket to start leaking oil on your fabric while you're working. So this is your needle bar right here, and we're going to get that right at the top, and you can tell that it's where it needs to be, because this bone shaped bar right here will be straight up and down. And let me put my head into view here. And this is your presser foot bar, and so we need to get to the top of that. Have you ever noticed that sometimes maybe your presser foot is a little askew, not going at the right angle? It's very easy to change or adjust. On your cover, you got this little rubber stopper there. You would take that stopper off, and that lets you get to this. You just take a flathead screwdriver, put it through the hole, loosen that, adjust your angle of your presser foot, and then tighten that back down. It's pretty easy. And so I've got this really cool quick adjust thing on here. Let's see. Let me show you one of these. I get these on Amazon too. And again, they come in a 5-pack for some reason. Just looks like this. And it's a quick release thing for your foot, so that you don't have to always have a screwdriver handy. You just push it in, pop it on, And again, I'll leave a description, or I'll leave a link on Amazon where I get those. So I mentioned a minute ago about that bone shaped thing. Now that I've got some light on here, I can show that to you. That's it right there. If this is directly behind your needle bar, your needle is at its highest point, and you would think that it would be the take up lever would be way up here, but that's not. When it's about right there, that's ideal. All right, so we need to loosen this screw right here, which will allow the now I do have my foot raised up. I'm going to drop that down, and I'm going to loosen this just real gently. You see that drop down? So that took all the pressure off my foot. And now that spring, see, I can pull that down. It took all the pressure off that spring right there. And looking here at the top, you can see the end of this bar. As I raise it up and down, we can see it up here at the top. And what you see up here at the top is actually a separate piece. This is a separate piece from the rest of this, and this spring is in between it. So I'm going to drop my foot all the way down, and all right, so now I've got all the pressure, all the tension off of that adjustment bar. Okay, so when this broke off, it broke off with a piece of this, the bottom half of this. You see, it's supposed to be this long. So I've got that much of it still stuck in here. So, excuse me. Now that I've got the pressure off of this spring, I'm going to take this pick, and I get this pick at Harbor Freight, and I'm going to push it into the top of that, and I'm going to see if I can just twist this out. Oh, yeah. That's the sauce. So luckily, there's enough oil in this where I'm able to take that pick and just grab it so I can start turning it, and I can turn it out. There we go. That is great. So now all we have to do is take our replacement. That's the top of our adjustment bar right there, and it goes down in that block. But just going to drop that back down. So now we can take this and just put it on there, screw it in. But make sure that you release this screw on this block right here, because you don't want to do this with all this under pressure, because when you take this thing off, it's going to shoot it's going to shoot up across the room. All right, I don't know if that's where I need it yet, but we'll start there. All right, so now we need to get this back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, so I've got my foot put back on, and what you want to do is you want to eyeball this so that the opening in your foot is not covering up your needle hole. So you want to get that right adjusted right there. And again, if you change your feet and you put a different foot on and you notice that it's at a bad angle, is not completely straight on your cover, you would take this rubber stopper out, and that gives you access to this. And you just put a screwdriver in there, loosen that, adjust your foot, tighten it back down. Easy peasy. All right, so we need to tighten this block back down. Now I've got this knob down. Drop that down so that it's touching on that, because this little clip right here, that little hook shaped thing, locks into the bottom of this block, so that when you raise it up, that's what pulls it up. So you want this all the way down, and you just drop this bar down so that it's touching it, and then you take your screwdriver and you tighten that bar, that screw on that block. And now the whole thing raises up. My foot came up, and let me use my knee bar. There you go. This is up with this knob, and I can use my knee bar and raise it up even further. Wow, that was so easy. Now we just need to put this cover back on. And I knew it was probably going to be easy, because they sell these things on Amazon for next to nothing. And remember, only snug this down so that you can make little minor adjustments to it while you put the other two back in. But once you've got them in there, you want to snug it down pretty good. You don't want to kill it. You don't want to strip out these heads on these screws, because once those are stripped out, then you're in a lot of trouble. Then you will be taking it to the shop to get it fixed. There you go. Everything's nice and lovely again. And it goes up with that. It goes up with my knee lift. So I'm going to say that this project is finished, and just lowering my needle down into the hole. I'm clearing my foot, so no other adjustment is needed. So again, in the description, I'm going to put a link to where I get these adjusters, and I'm also going to put a link to where I put these quick connect knobs. Let me see if this is in the camera view. And these are really cool, because all you do is you raise your foot up all the way, and you just push on the back, and it comes off. Push on the back again, boom. Well, push on the back again, boom, it's on there. And nothing could be easier than that. That's almost as easy as the quick connect on the Singers. But again, I'm going to put a description for both of these products. I mean, a link. God, why do I keep saying that? I'm going to put a link to both of these products in the description. So good luck on your repair, and thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe. Thanks.